So this message was designed for the women in my women's group, but I'm thinking that it might apply to more people. So I just wanted to share it as a reminder of maybe this is what you're experiencing or not really quite aware of. But I've noticed for me in practicing connecting with my soul over the last year, this COVID crisis that is upon us is giving us an amazing opportunity to connect to ourselves and our energetic body like never before. And it's actually forcing us to. And not only forcing us to who are actually practicing connecting to our energetic bodies, but people who aren't consciously trying to connect to their energetic body. So our etheric field, our emotional body, is being activated and stimulated and rubbed, like we're getting polished, like Rumi's poem, and we're getting upset at being polished. And so everyone that's getting rubbed and getting stimulated, they're reacting to this, and it's causing everyone on the planet to start to become more sensitive to their energetic body. And as we are evolving, because that's what we're doing here, time, the experience of time-space is allowing us to evolve and to actually be in the presence of evolution. And everything that we're experiencing, especially lately with the fires and natural disasters, the earth is assisting us in this ascension process. So the things that we're experiencing that are showing up in reality, or our 3D reality, is the transformation of things that are dark energy, dark consciousness that show up as natural disaster. And they are causing us to become more sensitive to how we feel. And because we're becoming more sensitive to how we feel, we are designed to feel, so we're having to feel, and even more so because we're being socially distanced, and we have these barriers that are put up between us. And I don't know if you've noticed in your everyday life, your sensitivity becoming more apparent and more clear. Like when you're walking by people, or you can sense people looking at you, or you can get a sense of the feeling, tone, or the charge. There's like an energetic charge that comes through on your cell phone when people call, or there's a text message, or there's an email. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is all part of the ascension process. People are being shook up and woken up physically so that they'll start to pay attention to their emotional body. And if you are already aware of it, it's going to be more intense. And so, like for me and the people around me, that I'm noticing that their superpowers are becoming more activated, like noticing synchronicities and things that they're trying to create in the world are starting to flow, and people are just moving into a more psychedelic space where we get to literally create the illusion that we want with our consciousness. So what is being revealed right now in the field is the lower density frequencies that are showing up as darkness, the things that are being concealed behind our view, like in the darkness, is starting to kind of come up so that we can observe it and see it and bring the light to it. And so we are using our bodies to do this process. And as we connect with our soul and with meditation or whatever you're doing to literally raise your frequency in your body so that your consciousness has a connection to a higher order of organization and harmony and unification, we are all doing this together, and the fact that you're being more sensitized to it is actually having you do the process. And so it's all perfect. And the fact that we're actually grieving and crying and being confronted by our fears of, the end of the world or natural disasters or, war or people being aggressive towards each other and violence and killings and all of these things, they are literally being brought up for us to bring light to it with our consciousness. And as we do that, we start to shine more light on the world and dissolve those negative frequencies and those things that are, like the ashes and California burning. Like, Mother Earth is inherently way more intelligent than we are, and she's got us, and the universe has us, and we are spinning around literally in the universe right now as a microcosm of this grand illusion of reality. And so the more that you can hold this in your heart and trust that things are just evolving and we're letting go, we're literally burning up the dark densities that have been held in this consciousness for however long, and we're literally leaping out of this reality that is pain and suffering and separation towards harmony, unity, love, unification, working together. We're all being sensitized to this new reality through our feelings and through our emotions, our human emotions. I mean, even someone who's not aware of that they're feeling are going to start to feel their feelings, because everything is being forced upon us to disconnect from our normal ways of relating to each other. I mean, we can't even barely hear each other now, so we have to really tune in to hear each other because we have this mask over top of our face, and then we have to pay more attention to what we see. So our seeing is going to get heightened, and our feelings are getting heightened. Our degree of sensitivity at what we perceive in everyone else's field is getting stretched, and so we have to pay more attention to our environment because we're being forced to do it. So there's always a different way to look at what's happening. We don't have to believe that it's doom and gloom. We can look at it as that we're burning up lower density frequencies and consciousness on the planet through our emotions. And if you've ever held back feeling something and worried about feeling something in your mind, and then actually allowed yourself to feel it or experience it or have that difficult conversation, you know that going through that experience of going into the pain, allowing yourself to cry or yell or whatever, feeling those feelings and giving yourself permission to do that and expressing them, after that, there's a release and there's peace, and then there's, you see the world differently, and that's out of your system, that's out of your awareness, and you literally have a whole new experience of what it is to be alive in that moment. So I guess what I'm wanting to say, and I'll just wrap it all up, is that there is another way to look at this big global picture that's happening. Yes, we can focus in on the fires and things burning away and people losing their homes and people being angry at each other and the wars and the political wars or we can be trusting in this global transformation or this universal transformation that is so profound, that all human beings are being shooken up, and literally their darker density, separation consciousnesses are literally burning up. And they're burning up through our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, and they're being released so that we can clear away the smoke and clear away the fire and clear away the aggression and clear away the pent up anger and all those negative feelings, so that we can see the truth, see reality, create reality, hold more light in our consciousness, hold more harmony in our consciousness, hold more love, hold more joy in our consciousness, so that it gets transmitted out into the world. I just had to say that. I just wanted to share that. That's what I've been noticing in myself, becoming more sensitive, seeing more synchronicities, seeing more magic happen, seeing my relationships deepen and become more intimate, and connecting with people through helping them with their feelings, moving through things,